Hey, what's up you guys? It's Annie. Welcome back to my channel where I help you take the confusion out of growth on YouTube. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys 3 different things you need to do if you want to get your videos on the recommended page and suggested by YouTube. So over the last about 2 to 3 months, my channel has seen a sharp increase and I've gained over 38,000 subscribers, 1.4 million views, and over 87,000 hours of watch time. And to a lot of people, especially beginner YouTubers, when you see any kind of videos and or channels having this sort of a blow up or super speedy growth, it all seems super random because you don't really know how the YouTube algorithm works or how YouTube picks videos or anything really about how videos actually blow up on YouTube. But it is most definitely not random in any way, shape, or form, and there is definitely a equation, if you will, as to how YouTube goes about picking what videos and what channels actually blow up on YouTube. And if you follow these 3 very simple rules, it is going to be a walk in the park to get your videos recommended on YouTube to get more views, subscribers, and watch time much faster. So grab yourself a pen and some paper, grab a squat, and let's get right into it. So first things first, very simply, how do you even know whether or not YouTube has begun to recommend your videos on YouTube? So what you want to do is go into the analytics section of your video, go over to the reach tab, and then scroll down to the traffic sources. So these traffic sources basically show you on every single part of YouTube's platform where and how are people finding your videos and how are people not finding your videos. So if you see the browse features traffic source, this is the recommended page. So if you have the browse features as one of your top traffic sources, then congratulations, my friend, YouTube has begun to recommend your videos. However, if browse features is one of your lower ranked traffic sources, chances are YouTube has not begun to recommend your videos yet, and there are 3 ways you can go about changing this. So the main reason I've been able to get all this growth in the last 90 days is because if you look at the traffic sources of any one of my last videos in the last 3 or 4 months, the top traffic source of all of these videos is browse features, meaning the majority of all of my growth on these videos is coming from YouTube recommending my videos, turning these people into views of my videos and potentially into my subscribers. Which is why if you look at the live counter in my analytics, you can see that I'm getting between 30,000 and 50,000 views every single day while literally doing absolutely nothing. Because throughout the day, no matter what I'm doing, if I'm sleeping or filming or doing literally anything else, YouTube is constantly recommending my videos, getting me views, and getting me more subscribers. And if you set up your videos to do the same thing and be recommended by YouTube, the exact same thing can happen to your channel. So as you can see, it is definitely not random when videos do blow up on YouTube. So how does YouTube actually go about picking what videos get recommended on YouTube? It's not really a question of my video getting picked over hers or his. You can have 10 different people with 10 different videos, all in different topics, different niches, and have all 10 of their videos all being recommended at the same time if all 10 of their videos all match the criteria for YouTube to recommend them on their platform. And the main criteria for YouTube to recommend your videos on its platform is for the algorithm to look at your video analytics and be able to say, yeah, this is a video that the viewers are engaging with and enjoying. And that is when videos begin to be pushed out on YouTube and recommended. However, this is not based on views. So you can totally have a video with less than 100 views that gets recommended on the homepage. So after you upload a video to YouTube, YouTube's algorithm watches the analytics for the first 2 hours after you upload your video. At the end of those 2 hours, the algorithm then looks at your audience retention, your watch time, and your engagement. If there is a really good amount of retention and watch time and engagement on your video, that tells the algorithm, yeah, people are loving this video, push it out further. Whereas if after 2 hours your video has not so good retention, not much engagement, not much watch time, that tells the algorithm, no, people are not loving this video, maybe don't push it out. So getting people to watch a large majority of your video and engage with your video is crucial to getting your videos recommended on YouTube. However, that is not the only factor. When YouTube begins to recommend your videos on its homepage, it's going to begin to look at the impressions versus click-through rate versus views. meaning how many people is your video being recommended to, what percentage of them are actually watching your video when it gets recommended to them, and once they click onto your video, how long after clicking onto it do they watch your video? How much of the video do they actually watch? If YouTube recommends your video to 100 people, 50 of them watch your video and they watch, let's say, 5 out of 10 minutes of your video, that tells YouTube something about this video made those 50 people really enjoy the video, and let's keep pushing it out. Whereas if those same 50 people watch your video, but for less than a minute, that tells YouTube, maybe they didn't love the video and let's maybe not keep pushing it out. Which is when the video kind of dies down and stops really getting that many views. Whereas if it keeps getting picked up and picked up and picked up and continuously recommended on YouTube, that is when you see views and views and views keep piling on into your video until it eventually blows up on YouTube. So it's not so important how many people are watching your video, but how are those people interacting with your video? How long are they watching it for? Are they commenting? Are they liking, even disliking? Those are the two metrics of your video you want to focus on more than any other metric. And then the third factor for getting your videos recommended on YouTube is to make sure YouTube is recommending your video to the right and intended audience, which all comes down to optimizing your video's metadata, aka your titles, your tags, and description. These are the three parts of your video that YouTube's algorithm looks at when they try to figure out who to recommend your video to. So let's say, for example, your video title is 10-minute ab workout, and then in your tag section you have workout, ab routine, 10-minute workout, and tags like this. And then your description says, here is a quick 10-minute workout that targets your abs that you can do in less than 10 minutes before school and or work. YouTube is then going to read all of these main keywords in the titles, tags, and description, get a very good idea of what the overall main idea of the video is, and then based on this video's metadata, it's going to begin to suggest this video to people who typically watch fitness and workout videos on YouTube. Because based on the metadata of this video, this is the target audience the creator of this video was intending for this video to reach. So that is who YouTube is going to give the video to. Whereas if your metadata is almost empty, meaning you have a title but no description and no tags, it is then very, very difficult for YouTube to figure out who this video is for and who to recommend it to. In which case, you can then end up with YouTube actually giving your video to the wrong people, and then once it gets recommended, nobody is interested in the video. Nobody clicks on it, nobody watches it, gets no views, and gets no watch time. At which point YouTube then stops recommending it and you stop getting views on your video. So it is very, very important when you upload a video to YouTube to prioritize setting up the proper optimization of your video's metadata. Take the time to figure out what keywords to put in your tags, titles, and description with the idea in mind, when YouTube reads this, are they going to be able to figure out who I'm targeting? And if the answer is no, then maybe you want to kind of change up your metadata or make it easier for YouTube to figure out who they want to give the video to. So in summary, all this being said in this video, the three main factors to get YouTube to recommend your videos on YouTube, you want to make sure YouTube knows exactly what type of audience you are targeting and who you actually intend this video to be reaching. Then you want to make sure that you have your content properly set up to get as much watch time and retention as possible, so that when people actually start watching your video, they watch a good portion of your video and engage with it, which then tells YouTube people are enjoying this video and let's push it out further. And then finally, when YouTube actually gives this video to people and it begins to get impressions, is a good amount of people it recommends it to actually going to click onto your video and want to watch it. So those are all the factors that you need to focus on if you want YouTube to begin recommending your videos to people on YouTube to get you more views, more watch time, and subscribers literally in your sleep. So that, you guys, is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it gave you some things to consider, things you maybe didn't know before. If you have any more questions on this whole process, it is very, very confusing, I admit, so feel free to ask any questions down below. I am more than glad to answer, but I really hope this was helpful to you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all to the moon and back, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!